strength of a woman as I aim to break the chain. Hello everybody and welcome to Strength of a Woman live stream. This is the August edition and I'm very thrilled to have a wonderful TV, screen, stage actress, producer, singer. A wonderful lady is joining me very soon. Her name is Francoise Pascal. You may remember her from the TV series with the brothers and Mind Your Language. That's what I remember her from mostly. But before we start, I want to play a marvellous song that she's recorded back in the 70s, really this was. A great song. See what you think of this. It's called Woman is Free. Here she is. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Hello, Francoise Pascal. Welcome to Strength of a Woman live stream.
Thank you, Elaine. Thank you.
How are you today? How are you?
I'm fine and very hot, but I'm fine. I'm fine.
Well, that song, I absolutely loved it. It took me right back to sort of those times, the 70s. What were the circumstances around you recording that song?
Well, I think what it was that I was sort of I just did There's a Girl in My Soup, and I also did the other Peter Sellers film. And I was approached by a producer to record some songs. And first of all, so in the late 60s, I recorded with Simon Napier Bell. I recorded a couple of songs with him, and he hated me. He hated my voice. He hated me. He couldn't stand me. And he did say one day that I was the worst singer he has ever known. And I thought, well, fine, who cares? I don't care. And this producer asked me to do the songs, and I did. I did 4 songs for him. And it was on Decca. No, not Decca. It was on United Artists. I can't remember. It's one of those. And it was just great fun to do. I remember getting out of that studio, and I was staying at Michelle Dutrice's flat, and she lent me a flat, and I was staying there. And the next morning I woke up, I had no voice. Absolutely had no voice, because I wasn't really trained as a singer, and I didn't have that training of how to, get your voice out properly without, hurting your larynx. And so, no, I had absolutely no voice that day. I couldn't even do the other songs. I had to do it. I swear, it was hysterical.
Well,
it was chaos. 70s were chaos.
The thing is, the product at the end of it was fantastic. I thought it sounded. I thought, did you have Stevie Wonder on harmonica then for a minute?
No. But what they want today, my manager actually wants to re-release that song.
Well, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, he wants to re-release it, and I'm going, are you sure about that?
Yeah, go on. Go for it. Absolutely. Fantastic.
Ooh, I don't know. Well, because 70s does not go well with the Z generation, if you know what I mean.
You never know. Don't never say never. Nothing is, I don't think anything is really wrong these days. You can do anything, really.
I know.
Just enjoy it.
It'd be lovely if it did, actually.
I could do your backing vocals. Did you do your own backing vocals, or was it somebody else?
Yes, I did. Yeah, no, I did. All on the records, every backing vocals were mine.
Yeah, lovely. That's fun. I think it's fun.
Yeah,
anyway.
That was great fun, because I was able to actually, diverse myself from moi to the others, to her. But I did have 2 singers also that joined me. So we did do, the 3 of us actually did the backing voices.
Well,
it was great fun. I loved it. Loved every moment of it.
It sounds great. I love it. I really do.
It was chaos, but we loved it.
Well, there we are. That's the best thing. Yeah. That's the best. Great memories. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Listen, now I want to talk about the beginning, really, of where you were, take you back to when you were born. You were born in Mauritius. Yeah. Sounds fantastic.
I was born on the island of Mauritius with French Mauritian parents.
Yeah. And with a lovely name as well. Your father was called Marcel.
Marcel. My mother was called Claire Louise.
Yeah. That's a good name, Claire. I've got a daughter called Claire. We spell it the same.
And it's her birthday today, my mum.
Your mum's birthday. She would have been
104 today.
Amazing. Well, let's dedicate. Can we show that picture now? Let's dedicate this episode, this show, to your mum in memory of your mum.
Thank you so much. She would have been so proud.
Oh,
so proud. Thank you very much. She's lovely. She was a lovely lady. She was actually a lady that had enormous strength, incredible strength. And I got my strength from her. And she was so, for everything that she did, she was a strong woman. And she just said, you can do it. If you can't do it, don't, just go away. Just get off.
Did you realise that at the time when you were growing up with her, or did you realise sort of how empowering, how encouraging she was as you got older? Did you always feel that?
I think it was when I got older. She was very encouraging to me. When I was young, she wasn't at all, because she didn't want me to be an actress. She hated that. And she was not happy about that. So she did not want me to be an actress, and she was actually sort of always said, you're leaving my home and never come back again. You know, it's one of those.
Wow.
And when my sister wanted to go to France to the Academy of what you call it, design and art, she wanted to go to the Academy of Art and Design in Paris, and she refused for her to go. And she said, no, I lost one daughter, I'm not losing another. You know, I don't know why she thought she was losing me, but that's the way she was. That's the way she was, you know.
Was she close? Let's go back a little bit further. Was she close with her mum and her dad?
She was very close with the family. Her mother had 18 children. 18 children.
What?
Yeah, I was shocked too. 18 children, but 3 of them died. I think 3 or 4 of them died. So she ended up with about 14 children. And my mum was the second daughter, and I mean, they were formidable family. I mean, I have never seen anything like it in my life. But believe me, I was in it, and it was like, whoa.
Oh, how amazing.
Get me out of here.
Good job you were one of the elder ones. You didn't you weren't down the bottom. You weren't at the bottom of the bed.
Exactly. But no, I wasn't there. I wasn't, you know, that's her sisters and her brothers.
Yes. Oh gosh, yeah.
Her sisters are not me, but that was her sisters and her brothers.
Yeah,
and she looked after the young ones, with the elder ones looked after the young ones. Yeah. And it was one of those, you know, the kind of very, very close family, you know, circles. Yeah. And every year they had in Mauritius, that's the way they did things. They had feast on the beach, you know, with an incredible food. The food was everywhere, you know, it was just unbelievable. Everybody brought their own food. And my family were the most unbelievable cooks that you have ever met in your life. Whenever you tasted their food, you just don't want to finish it. Wow, you know, you want everything. Lovely. You want to eat more and more and more because it's so fantastic.
That's wonderful. Lovely memories.
So incredible.
What about your dad?
Oh, yeah.
Your father? What was he like?
My dad was actually in the tea business and a tea plantation business, and he had his own company, and he actually. I don't really know what my dad did that much, to be very truthful with you, because it was never talked about. And all I know is that we had the most unbelievable childhood because of him. You know, we used to go to school in a car with the chauffeur that would pick us up and go and take us to school. And then on a Friday afternoon, Dad was in the capital, and we were picked up by the chauffeur to take us to our home by the seaside. So that was the way that my life was, and our lives, and my brothers and sister. And it was just unbelievable.
But this was up until you were 6 years old when you came?
No, I came here when I was 12.
Oh, right.
Not 6. Everybody makes that mistake saying that's 6. No, no, it's not your fault, because a lot of people have said that, as written, that I was 6 years old. Yeah. I wasn't 6. I was 12 years old.
So that's good, because you've got more memories in Mauritius. Yeah,
then. Because I had the memory of my father. That was unbelievable. You know, he was with me until I was 12, until I was 14, 14. And he passed away 4 days before my 15th birthday in England. And because we arrived here on the 12th, when I was 12, and we went to France because he was very sick. So we went out there to be able to see a doctor. I think my mum wanted to actually see a doctor for him. And then from there, I got to actually work in the theatre when I was nearly 13 years old also, and doing a Cosette in Les Miserables. And it was just unbelievable. And then, my dad just wanted to see his sons, because both sons were in England, in a college. He wanted to see them and be with them. And that's his firstborn and his secondborn. And I was the third. I was, oh God, only the third child gets the worst.
Shh, don't say that. I've got 3 children. Give my youngest an excuse.
And anyway, I got to actually be with him until I was 14, but he died 4 days before my 15th birthday. But I had the most magical childhood. There's something that not many children could say about their childhood. I had the most magical childhood, the most wonderful parents, wonderful father, absolutely fabulous father. And I could never, ever, I just can't forget him. I will never forget him.
Oh,
never.
Wonderful. Lovely,
He's
lovely
actually
memories.
He's embedded in me.
Yeah,
my
course.
dad, in my heart. He's always there.
Yes. Oh, well, that's wonderful. Absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
So you went into the theatre early age.
It
That
wasn't
gave
really,
you your first taste.
My first taste, exactly. When I came to England, my other taste was being in films. But I didn't get into films that much. It was very difficult to get into film because I didn't have an equity card. And in those days, in the 60s, late 60s, you needed an equity card to be able to actually get into films.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and to have an equity card, you need the contracts. And if you're young, you have another chance.
So I had an agent that saw me and got me to sign a contract with her. And I went to see this producer. I went to see this producer, and I sat in Wardour Street in his office, and he said, "Do you mind if you take your clothes off?" I said, Where, when? He said, No, in the film. And I go, I don't know what my mother's going to say about this, but I needed the money to be able to actually find myself a flat for a start. So I said, depending how much you're paying me, yes, I will do it, but, restrictively, not showing anything. So when we were, and I said, and then after I said to him, I said, you know what? I really don't care to take my clothes off. I don't need to take my clothes off. And he went, okay, don't worry, we'll talk to the director about it. So he spoke to the director, and when I was on the set, he said, I'm afraid you have to take your clothes off. I go, oh, bloody hell.
And how old were you then? How old?
I was 17. Nearly 17. Okay, nearly 17. I was not too far from being 17 because my birthday is on the 14th of October. So it happened in September. So I wasn't too far from there. And he actually, he took me to the pub to talk to me and gave me 2 brandies, 2 glasses of brandies, and I drank it. And I was anybody's then.
Wow. And
so
I did
it began. The scene, and so it began. But the thing is, in the 60s, you weren't allowed to show the front. You were only allowed to show the back.
All right.
But they did do a little dirty because they actually did a European version of it, which they did naughty things. Wow. I wasn't involved in that, so wow. Thank goodness. Wow. And my mother didn't see it.
Oh, thank goodness. The thing is, it was so different back then, wasn't it? It was. Yeah. I think times were so different, and I don't think that people can really understand that so much. It was another world, I don't think people we didn't speak
realize. Yeah, I don't think people realize how very, very loose the world was in those days. That they actually would say, oh, you were so lucky in the 60s, you were so lucky in the 70s. Yeah, but there was a lot of things that we weren't very lucky about. you know. I mean, there was this restriction and a lot of things that they would say to you, you know, like, well, you know, I mean, oh, I don't really want to talk about it that much, but my brothers took me to the Whiskey A Go-Go and left me there and to fend for myself whilst they were going after girls. You can't blame them, you know. They were young boys, young men, and they wanted to feel their, you know what.
Testosterone.
Yeah, well, exactly. The testosterone was actually working a lot, and they left me there. So, excuse me. Oh,
bless you.
Oh, Sean, excuse me. And of course, you know what happened was that a guy got me into you know, I wanted a taxi, and the guy just got me into the taxi at knife point, and you know, got me and sort of said that if you shout, you scream, or say anything, you will. Oh my God, what is going on? Oh, I'm so sorry.
No,
I am so sorry.
Not to worry.
Oh, can we edit this?
Yes, we can a little bit, hopefully later on. Don't worry.
Lovely.
Keep going. Keep smiling.
Okay. I'm going to sneeze again. I don't know why I'm sneezing.
Have you got a fan?
Oh.
Have you got a fan nearby?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I have these attacks of sneezing. A little bit of dust.
I hate that. And it's the dust that comes up, I think.
Not to worry. It's a normal thing.
It's not a lot of dust, but... but...
not like my place, then.
Oh, no, my place is as bad. Well, I don't know what
Fighting your way through the dust.
Mine too, you know. Dust, go away. Anyway, yeah, so at knife point, he got me into a taxi, and he said that if I actually said anything, he would kill me.
Yeah.
And he got me into, I never forget that street. It was a street called Good Street. And we got off at Good Street, and from Good Street, he took me to this flat. But I saw a police car not far from there, and he pushed the knife in my back so hard that I just got cut a little bit at the back, and that was it. But it was really frightening, and I was so young, and I think I was saved by the landlord who, with my scream. I screamed so much that the landlord said, "Get that girl out of here, get her out of here, otherwise," whatever he said. Can't remember. But
and how old would you have been at this time?
About the same age, about 17.
17-ish.
That's 17. Yeah.
So new to life, and
it's
not everybody is like us. Not that you
No.
can ever come across anybody lawless, criminal tendencies, nasty people.
Yeah, exactly. But you live with it in many ways.
Luck
and
of the
you
draw,
actually
really, when you bump into these people.
Yeah, and you actually live with it, and you make sure that your brain is attuned to something else instead of that bad moment. I mean, I remember the bad moment when I talk to people like you or you know, anybody else. You know, when I do my show, I talk about it, but not that much, you know, because it's a little bit gruesome to talk about it. It's a bit sort of like,
you sort of don't want to be taken back, really, but at the same time, you do want to share that these things happened.
Yeah, it does happen, and I also want to actually tell people, to young girls, to be very aware of what's going on around them.
Things can change so quickly.
This is not a world to be fancy free. You know, you can have your lips, you can have your eyelashes, you can have all those things. But hey, excuse me, you know, you're hearing about, you know, people from other countries raping girls here in this country. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. Be very vigilant, you know, and don't let yourself be open to drinking a lot so that you lose control of yourself. And never lose control of yourself. And I have never lost control of myself, you know, even when I've been drinking. You know, I drank, but I've never lost control. I have something in my brain that tells me that alcohol is not good for me. I don't know what it is. But, you know.
I wish I had that in my brain.
You love that. For me, I have it in my brain that says alcohol is bad for me.
Yeah.
Therefore, don't drink that much. But I will get a little tipsy, you know. But if I do get tipsy, I will take a taxi home. I will not actually, you know, walk around and take a bus or whatever.
No,
because I do love taking.
Sensible.
I do love taking buses. It's fabulous, you know. I mean, I'm 76 years old, and I have a bus pass.
76 years young.
Younger, older.
So you love buses? You like to go on buses?
I love riding my buses. I mean, I actually, you know, I go to the CAA in Covent Garden, and I go and catch the 38 bus to just go to Victoria Station to catch my train. And I get on my train and I get home, I'm okay.
You enjoy it.
You know, I enjoy my life. I enjoy what I do. And I love being nobody, because in the 70s, you know, when I was doing Mind Your Language and when I was doing in the 60s when I did There's a Girl in My Soup and Soft Beds and Hard Battles and Burke and Hare and all that. And I was also on, you know, doing magazines like Penthouse, and people remember more Penthouse than anything else I did. Oh, that's so lucky.
I haven't got that picture.
No, you won't.
No.
But you know, it was very. In those days, it was really. I was always in the newspaper. I was always, you know, the gossip column. Every gossip there was, and Richard and I. And that's Richard Johnson, my late ex. My late ex. Ooh, sounds like a latex.
He was a very handsome actor, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a handsome actor and used his handsome everywhere. Yeah.
And you were a very beautiful woman.
No, I don't know about that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I was attractive. Not beautiful.
Wow.
I was never beautiful.
Wow.
I wasn't
Gorgeous.
I wasn't the Catherine Deneuve or the Romy Schneider or the Francoise Hardy type, you know, of looks. I think I was very exotic looking.
Yeah, with your accent.
That's what it was. Yeah. The accent also was all very exotic and very, very sort of like you knew that I wasn't from anywhere in Europe or anywhere.
From Birmingham.
I'm from Birmingham.
Well, I remember watching you. I remember seeing you on the television with. I vaguely remember the Brothers and Mind Your Language. It was very, very funny, and of course at that time. We didn't have anything else to distract us. We used to sit around in the living room watching television with our families, and a film or a comedy program was enjoyed by everybody in that room.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
It's not like today when you're all on individual phones or whatever and not enjoying.
But also today you have so many television channels.
Yes,
you're spoiled for choice, you know, and it's absolutely awful. I mean, I don't know which channel I'm watching. I'm not going on one and I go on the other.
Yeah.
In the days, in my days of 60s and 70s, we had 3 channels.
Yeah.
That's all we had. So
BBC
if
One.
we didn't like, BBC One, BBC Two, ITV.
Yeah.
You know, and London Weekend during the weekend, which I was on most of the time. Because Mind Your Language came on a Friday afternoon, and it was always like that. On a Friday, that was it. And then they changed it to Saturday, Friday and Saturday. Oh,
was it?
Shall
we show a little clip from Mind Your Language?
Okay.
Let's show a little clip.
With Barry, with lovely Barry.
Yeah.
About you.
Oh, I have a French joke for you.
Good.
Yes, I'll tell you about the Catholic priest.
Yeah, that sounds better, yes. Come on. No. Tell us to look.
Well, there was this priest out walking, and a gendarme comes up to him and say, "Father, come quickly, there's a man on top of the Eiffel Tower and he's going to jump. So the father goes to the tower and sees this man. What are you doing? You're mad. Think of your family, think of your wife. So the man, he says, my wife has left me, I have no family. So I jump. So the priest, he tries one more time. So he says, but it is a sin against the Catholic Church. And the man, he says, I am not a Catholic. Okay, says the priest, jump.
Do you know how hard it was for me to say that, to tell that joke? It was just, to me, it wasn't funny at all. It was not funny. I didn't find it very funny, but the 70s people found it funny. Yeah. And because I just felt it was very against my religion. I'm a devout Catholic now.
Right,
you know, I've not always been a devout Catholic, but I am a devout Catholic and now. And in those days, to actually have that kind of joke, you know, so it went all right.
That was really out there, wasn't it?
That was out there. But today, if I said that, you know, if that joke came on today, it would fall flat on its face.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who are Catholic would actually say, or Christian or whatever, would not like it.
They'd be up in arms with it all, really.
Yeah,
yes,
they would not
absolutely.
like it. Yeah. Yeah,
No.
but it was painful to say that, to do that joke. Really painful.
And that was from one of the earlier episodes, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you enjoy working on that programme?
I loved working on that series. That was such fun to work on it. And the guys were fantastic. They were fabulous to work with. And, you know, the girls were great to work with. Except for one of them, but I'm not going to say anything.
Well, you can't get on with everybody.
No, exactly. But I enjoyed every moment of that series because we were all like a little family and we got on so well, all of us, so well. And it was such a fabulous way of working. Barry was a giving actor and he would let you shine. He would give to you what, you know, and it's up to you to do the best out of it. But he will give you that chance. He will say, you know, he would not say anything. He would actually do his lines with you and he would just, you know, and he would make sure that you get what he is doing. So wonderful. That, to me, is a perfect actor to work with.
Yeah.
And the boys also were like that. All the boys were like that, you know, and they were super. The girls were also wonderful because they were good actors, you know. And there's a difference between having good actors doing comedy than bad actors doing comedy. And,
yes,
you know,
absolutely.
And there's an enormous amount of difference in it. And I enjoyed, you know, doing that series. Loved every moment. It was so sad when we finished it because we were just told, just like that, you know, we're not doing another series, and that was it. And at the end, we were told at the end of the third series, near the end of the third series, we're not doing anymore, and that was it. And we were absolutely gutted. You know,
nothing lasts forever.
No, but we did actually. I mean, a lot of us went to do different things or whatever, and I went to do a lot of, you know, a lot of bits and pieces with what was his name? This wonderful comedian, Dick Emery. I did a Dick Emery hour, Bruce Forsyth, and all that. And I worked a lot with a lot of people. I even did a pantomime. I was Cinderella, and I was slapping my thighs.
We've got a clip of you working with Bruce Forsyth. We'll show a little bit of that.
Do you?
Now. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
No,
Brucey.
I turn you on every Saturday.
Don't kid yourself.
Don't kid yourself. I think she's playing a bit hard to get. We'll have to work at it, all right? Now,
Tell me, Bruce, who's your friend? Oh, he's so very sexy. So cool, so dear. Oh, I have waited so long to meet him.
So cool, so dear, waited so long, you make him sound like a cup of British Rail tea. Look, you're not even stirring him either. Come on, get in there. Come on.
Oh, I love Elaine. He's so rugged. Oh.
Ta very much.
I've got a great story of that behind the scene on that. Not behind the scene, whilst we're doing that filming. The guy, Bruce said something about kiss her or whatever it is. The guy just took me in his arm and gave me the biggest French kiss you have ever known. And I wasn't expecting it. And it was like, I was like,
Oh my gosh.
It was so awful.
Oh.
But hey, he enjoyed himself. What can I say?
Wow. Oh my
Whilst
gosh.
I didn't. And Bruce went, "Oh, you're such a good sport." And I go, yeah, okay.
Right. We didn't have much choice by the sound of it.
No,
I mean,
no.
they do these things so quickly. Did you like Bruce Forsyth? Did you get on well with him?
Yeah. I knew Bruce from a long time ago because Richard and I, we used to do, we knew the guy who owned this La Valbonne. And he used to ask us to come and judge a beauty contest. So we did. We went, and Bruce used to be there also. And that's how Bruce met Anthea.
I'm going to say he liked a pretty lady, didn't he?
He liked the blonde pretty ladies. Yeah. So that's how he met Anthea, whilst we were actually judging the contest.
Wow.
And that's when they got together. Which was fabulous. Which was fabulous for them. And I stayed friends with Anthea until she married him. And then she went off on her own, with him, and that was it. And she became too big for her boots. And
right. Oh, well,
they all
nice
do.
memories.
They all do. They all have the same thing. They go and they have, and they get too big for their boots, and they actually think that they forget about friends,
people from the past.
So hey, here you go. I mean, it doesn't matter. And I have good memories of them, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
And you've worked with many people. My goodness me, Diana Dawes,
yes,
Terry Scott, and June Whitfield. We can't talk about all of them. We haven't got time.
No.
And Peter Sellers, for goodness sake, Peter Sellers. What are your memories of Peter Sellers?
Oh, it's wonderful. Again, another man that actually taught me comedy. He taught me how to actually do comedy. That to me was precious, very precious. Him and Terry Scott were the two people that taught me about comedy, how to actually give in comedy, how to take in comedy, how to, present a comedy. And it was fabulous. It was magic. Mm. I loved them so much. And I miss them terribly. I really do. Mm. I miss them. I miss the camaraderie that we had, both with Terry and both with Peter. And with Peter, it was like, we used to actually sort of go and have a drink, and he would call me up, and I'll go home and I'll go to bed, and because we had to work the next day, and he'd call me at 1 o'clock in the morning and said, "Your drink is getting hot." I go, "What are you talking about? I just left you." I said, "And I'm in bed and I'm not coming out." And he said, "Oh yeah, you got to come out." So I had to get dressed, go out there, go to the restaurant where he was, have a drink with him, and go back home again.
Wow.
Hello, Peter.
Nice people though. Nice person. Yeah. Very precious memories.
I never saw anything bad about any of them. I really didn't. I loved them all. I really never saw anything bad about them, because they were what they were for them. In their own fields, all of them. The only actor that I cannot, and I would tell you, and I don't care who hears it, the only actor that I couldn't stand working with was Rex Harrison.
Right.
He was the nastiest guy I have ever met in my life.
Wow.
He actually sort of like went to the director one day and said, no, he actually called up Richard whilst we were in the hotel in Spain, and he said, your girlfriend is having an affair with the director, which wasn't true at all. Wasn't true at all. And the next morning, I went out and I saw the director and I told him about that. And he said he spoke to Rex Harrison. And when, in Don Quixote, I'm supposed to actually dub him. So, and I went to dub him and he said, I am not having that bloody awful woman dubbing me.
Wow.
Okay. So Vince, the director had to just say, okay, we'll get somebody else to do that scene. But you can stay there, because I want you to say something to him. And I stayed there, said something to him and left. And that was it. Yeah. But he was really nasty. But my dog got him. My dog got him because I lived right at the back of him because I was in a mews. I lived in a mews, and he lived in the Crescent, the Wilton Crescent, and I lived in Wilton Row. So I was right at the back of his house. So I was walking my dog, and all of a sudden he came out of his house. I said, "Oh, here you are! Oh my God! Why are you here?" He said, "I live here." And I said, "Okay, I live down at the back of you." And he said, he started talking to me, and my dog just went and peed on his foot.
Oh, excellent. There we go.
I loved my dog. Oh, I gave him such a treat when I got home.
Comedy, the timing was right.
Timing was perfect.
Excellent.
And timing is always a good thing.
I was going to ask you actually if you grew up having pets, animals, or do you like animals?
I did grow up. I grew up having dogs, but my brothers one day got the dogs after me, and I thought he was going to bite me. So he actually ran away to the kitchen door and fell down and got the kitchen door open and shut him up. But that didn't faze me that much. I love dogs.
Because it can do, can't it? If you have a bad experience with an animal.
Yeah, if somebody actually makes them feel like they have to do, they have to be nasty or whatever, that's the problem. Human beings are nasty because they can teach an animal to be nasty.
Yeah,
that's the big problem.
Well,
there
I always
is.
say it's like having children or animals. It's the way that what they're shown, isn't it? Really, a lot
it's
of it.
the way you treat them and the way they will treat they will treat you back the same.
Absolutely.
And my dogs, that I had with my late partner Simon of 20 years, and we had 2 Cocker Spaniels. They were absolutely beautiful. Both of them came from Sandringham, the estate itself. Both of them were born there. So we got them. One was brown, liver brown, and the other one was jet black. Wow. So the jet black, I called them Romulus and Remus.
Excellent.
And they actually did a Romulus and Remus in our garden. But they were beautiful.
That's lovely. Well, I'm an animal lover. In fact, this is the first time in my life when we haven't had any animals, so it's a bit strange. But there we go.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Oh, you haven't got any at the moment.
No, I have a small little flat, and I will not have dogs or cats or anything here, because that would be just cruel.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, I don't want to sort of talk about everything that is easily available on your wiki page, and everything is out there for people to see.
Make them come and see my show. Make them come and see my show.
Absolutely, we will.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about that. Now that's going to be in October. What's the date of it? We've got a
the
poster.
date is on the 22nd of October.
Yeah.
And it's actually it's at the Hub.
Yep.
The Hampton Hub.
Yep.
Near Hampton Court. and it's a one-woman show, and I talk about my life, and I sing songs, and I hope they don't mind my voice, but I sing songs, and I tell tales. I tell them about what my life as an actress was in the films that I made, in the series that I made,
Exactly.
encountering all those fantastic people that I have encountered, wonderful actors, and Mickey Rooney and all that. So yeah, I'll
So
talk
many
about all that.
stories. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's
and
going to be fantastic.
It's great fun.
Yeah. So yeah. And your director there, was it Chris Neal?
Chris Neal is my musical director. Yeah, he's lovely. Oh, he's such an incredible pianist. I love him to bits. His piano playing is like, I wish I could play the piano like that. I really do.
Beautiful.
Really do.
And
because
stop
he's
saying you don't like your voice. I love your voice. We all
Oh,
love
thank
your
you.
voice.
I like your voice too. You have a good voice. We should do a duet together.
I'm up for that. Of course.
Yeah. Great.
Strength of
Let's
a woman.
find out.
We can do it together.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say that because I think we're two strong women.
Well, that is, there's a lot there, isn't there? What makes us strong?
What makes us
Experiences.
strong?
Now, the thing is, when you got attacked that night, so I'm presuming that person just walked away scot-free.
Yeah.
And wasn't there another time in your life when you were subjected?
I was, but I don't really want to
Don't
talk
talk
about
about
that.
that. But they got away sort of scot-free.
Got free.
Yeah.
I actually, that guy who, was in the taxi with me, he got scot-free. He got away scot-free because I didn't press any charges. And there was a fabulous taxi driver who stopped. And I've got to say that. A black cab driver stopped and took me, in his cab. And he saw me being distressed, and I was crying and everything else. And he said, "Where are you going?" And I told him where I was going. And my English was very broken. And he said, where is it that you're going to go? And I said, I gave him the number, and I gave him, because my mother had written down everything for me. And I gave him a piece of paper, and he said, okay, I know where that is. So he went, and he got to my home, and he said, do you want me to come in with you, or do you want to go to the police? And I said, no police, because, if you go, and in those days, the police would have actually said, well, you were asking for it.
Yeah.
In those days, that's what they would have said, and so he understood that. The taxi driver, the black cab driver understood that. And ever since, I've been trying to find that black cab driver, and I have a feeling he's dead.
Yeah.
I wanted to really thank him so much for what he did for me.
Yeah.
Really
well, the thing
did.
is, though, these experiences, they shock you. They, it's upsetting. It's something you just didn't expect to happen in your life.
Yeah.
But all you can do is, like you were saying earlier, is protect yourself in the future and warn other people about this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's going on so much every day in the world, and of course, people, the media, chooses to sort of tell us that the news just chooses to tell us what they want us to know
what they want
about.
to, yeah.
But the people on the street, the women suffering sort of domestic abuse and violence, sort of things going on.
But the worst thing was when I got home, was that my mother did not understand what happened to me. And my brothers, who had left me there, who were the culprits, my second elder brother came and slapped me. My mother came and slapped me in front of my father, who was sick, and actually just did not, it made me feel like as though I was a complete idiot, and I did it on purpose.
Yeah.
And they called me a whore and everything else. So my way of saying, my message to any parents who has their daughter coming home and who has been through a terrible time, please
talk to you.
understand. Please talk to them. Don't slap them. There's nothing to slap about. Just talk and say, what happened? Tell me what happened to you, and I'll understand. And let's do something about it.
Yeah.
But nobody did anything for me. Nobody. I just went on in life until today. Just now, since my first show, I've been able to talk about it.
Wow.
But I have not been able to talk about it before. And I think, I don't know how I survived. I really don't know how I survived. You know, it's like a brain that's just saying, you've got to get over it, and it's over, and that's it. You don't need a psychiatrist, because if you go to a psychiatrist, you'll actually be messed up. So I didn't need a psychiatrist. I didn't need anybody telling me what I'm supposed to do or not to do, and I just did it myself.
Did you? It's a bit of a subject, but did you sort of forgive that person?
No.
Would you? No, you wouldn't go with that.
I can't.
No,
I can't.
No.
I can't.
But you
because
forgive
that's
yourself. You mustn't feel that you deserved it, and you mustn't feel those guilty feelings. This word guilt.
Yeah, no, I wasn't guilty. I didn't feel guilty at all. I felt sad.
Yeah.
That I went through it, but I was, because it brings me to tears sometimes when I think about it, because it makes me feel like as though I'm, I felt dirty.
Yeah,
I felt
it's very sad.
yucky and sad, very sad. But forgive that man. I won't. I won't. I can't. I wish as a Christian lady, I wish I could forgive him, but I can't. It's been too long.
Yeah.
It's much, much too long.
Not to worry.
Yeah.
Just move forward and try not to.
Exactly.
Yeah,
move forward, live your life, and that's it.
You have to. So when
be happy.
We've got to keep trying, haven't we? There are lots of things
Absolutely.
that come and shake us up. I've got this saying in my family: we talk and sort. Hopefully, it's so hard sometimes to talk to people that you're closest to. But,
that's wonderful.
But it helps to talk and sort, because I think we can be so misunderstood.
Tell me about it.
Especially with those times in the 60s, 70s, 80s. I've come across it myself with photographs of when I was singing in the 80s and 90s. We used to go on stage with short skirt, little top.
Yeah.
And but we weren't asking for anything. It was just the way we were.
Yeah.
We were young. We were free, as your beautiful record said. Woman is free.
Free.
And
we enjoyed ourselves.
Yes,
we enjoyed
ourselves.
ourselves.
We were innocent. We were innocently enjoying until we were challenged.
Yeah.
We didn't know there were nasty people around.
No, we didn't. We didn't feel like. I mean, I knew there were nasty people around, but I didn't have it in my head. I forgot that in my head. I didn't want to remember nasty people in my head. I really didn't. I just threw it away. It was my subconscious just took it and threw it somewhere until I wrote a book. Yeah. When I wrote a book, I suddenly realized what was happening to me. And then I did the show again. That, I realized.
Talking and processing these things, as they say these days.
It's very hard.
Yes. You've written a book. You've got your own radio show.
Yep. Radio Free Marseille.
And that's on a Sunday.
That's on a Sunday, and I play disco. A lot of discos and a lot of blues.
Lovely.
A lot of jazz.
How can
you should listen to it?
Yes. So how can we access that?
You could access it through my website, which is Francoise. It's on an online radio show, and you can access it through francoisepascal.co.uk.
Okay.
/radio. That's it.
Okay. Well, I'll try and make that part of my Sundays going forward.
Don't make it too much part of your Sunday.
Why not? Just quickly, we're running out of time. It's been wonderful to speak to you, but we could talk all night. I'm sure. But when did you meet Richard? When did you
I
actually
met Richard when I was 17.
Oh, so you
and
were
a half.
oh, right. So you
Yeah.
were very young meeting him as well.
Yeah,
And
I met him in
impressionable.
Saint-Tropez. I met him in Saint-Tropez. He was with somebody else at the time, and I think he was very unhappy and he kept looking at me, and he kept sort of like, saying, hello and all that. And then afterwards, when I came back into in England, and I was 18 then, because it was just nearer end of the summer when I met him in 68, and I was 18 then, and then I met him with Jeremy Lloyd, the guy who wrote Allo Allo. And I went out with Jeremy, and Jeremy said, "Oh, we're going to stop somewhere to pick up this guy, this friend of mine that I know." I said, "Oh, okay." And he said, "You might not know him. His name is Richard Johnson." I said, "No, I don't know him." Then we picked him up and we went, and that was the time. That was it. That was it. He flirted with me, and there,
Very handsome young man, wasn't
11,
he? And
11 years later.
11 years later, and you had a son with him, Nicholas, who is
Nicholas.
now, 50 years of age?
50! Oh my God!
How does that happen?
I don't know what happened. Oh,
But
God,
he's
and I'm
happy
gonna
in
be-
his life. He's doing well.
He is doing
that's-
very well. Is very
That's all
happy.
you want,
He has
isn't it?
two. I have two grandchildren, two beautiful grandchildren, and everybody says that my granddaughter looks like me. I go, oh my God, what's going to happen to her?
So
But-
sort of reflecting back on things, what would you say was one of your, what do you look back with fondness on? When were you happiest? Do you have a...
My happiest was when my son was born. That was my happiest. And my other happiest when I was doing Mind Your Language, that was my happiest too. Because I could lose myself. I could totally lose myself in my work. I've always lost myself in my work. My work always came first, unfortunately. And that's why I lost so many things. I lost my son, I lost my home, I lost everything because my work came first all the time. And my work should never have come first. Somebody else told me that, said, I went out with you and the only thing that you could speak about was your work.
Wow.
Your work always came first. I go, wow. I wish this bloody thing stopped.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Gosh, I think we'll have to have a part 2. We'll be here all night. There's so many things I want to ask you. Because of course you went to America.
Yes, I did, and I worked with who did I work with? Mickey Rooney, Susan George. Who else? Who else did I work with? I did 2 years of The Young and the Restless. On and off.
Yeah.
And then I did another film with Paige Hannah, who's Daryl Hannah's sister. And I did a film with her. And I think the producer called me the sexiest thing he has ever seen on screen.
Wow. Well, you were. It was such a, like I said, different era. That's the way things were then, and you were a very, you still are beautiful lady.
No.
But you also loved your Shakespeare. You did.
Yeah, I did Shakespeare in Los Angeles, and Los Angeles gave me the opportunity of doing Shakespeare.
Yeah.
How incredible the Americans. I mean, I lived in England and I was with a Shakespearean actor. Nothing came my way. Wow. When I go to America, hello, would you like to play, what was her name? Olivia in 12th Night. Yes, please. Would you like to play Rosalind in As You Like It? Yes, please. Would you like to play Octavia in Antony and Cleopatra? Yes, please. Those are the only 3 Shakespeare plays I did.
And did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy the challenge?
Oh, that was the most enjoyable thing I've ever known. I loved every moment of it. That was a happy time for me.
See,
Really
for
happy
all
time.
the challenges you've had, all the horrible things, quite a few not nice things happened in your life, but for all of that, you've had fantastic times as well.
Fantastic.
And we can adopt that saying, we live and learn, hopefully. And boy,
Very
oh boy, have we
hopefully.
learnt a lot. I was a slow learner. Oh dear. But
You're not.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Some
You're not a slow
fantastic
learner
times.
at all. Yeah. Los Angeles was an eye opener for me, a big eye opener.
And when would this have been? When are we talking 70s?
That was in the 80s.
In the 80s.
That was 80 from 82, 83 to 87. Those are the years that I was there, and it was just incredible being there. You know, incredible. I made so many great friends who are still friends.
That's
and that was really superb. And I must say, I really loved doing Shakespeare out there, because we had a director called Jean Blanchet, and the way he directed Twelfth Night, it was more of a Spanish hacienda, where Olivia sat, you know, with a dress, you know, like a Spanish princess, and of course everybody else around was actually very, you know, they had to dress in the Spanish way of dressing in the early, you know, the old days, the Zorro days, if you know what I mean.
Romantic sort of.
The romantic days, yeah. I'm being bitten by every single little bit of whatever. No, it's true. Look,
I've got a little fly flying around here tonight. I've
look.
tried to be sort of I've tried to ignore it.
Oh, but it itches.
Yeah, but you've always been a tasty woman, you see.
No, thank you very much.
Oh, Pascal,
My blood is sweet.
Francoise Pascal, I have so enjoyed talking to you tonight. I'm not going to ask you any more questions really, because time is going on, and we just want people to come and see your show.
Yes, please.
And I will do my best to come and see that show, because I want to know more about you. I want to support you in that, because it's a wonderful thing you're doing.
Thank you, Elaine.
To keep putting yourself out there and talking to people. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And for all the sort of disadvantages that we have with the internet, all the social media and everything, there is lots of good about it. And of course this show is one of the things, because I've been meeting and speaking to some wonderful people over the last 12 months on this show, and I'm certainly so happy to have met and spoken to you. Thank you to our friend Paul Newman.
Well, I'm also very happy to speak to you, because you're a very warm, wonderful lady to, you know, and very easy to have an interview.
Well, that's lovely. I'm glad.
I thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Very
yes,
nice
and thank you to Paul Newman.
Yes, who is currently out in Spain. He's looking forward to the eclipse tonight out there. So
next time you speak to him and say, I'm still waiting for my tea.
Yes. Well, we'll have to go as a threesome.
I think so. Hello.
Hey up, missus. Listen, it's been wonderful to speak to you tonight. Thank you so much to everybody who's looked in on this show, and of course it'll be available to view on the social platform, The Strength of a Woman. I don't think there's anything more I want to say right now, because I'm just so full of admiration for you. You're a very strong lady. All the things you've achieved, all the things you've got over.
Thank you.
Absolutely wonderful. And I'm so very proud and happy to know you.
And I'm very proud and happy to be on your show. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Francoise.
I'm grateful. Thank you.
I will see you soon.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Have a lovely evening.
Thank you, and you too.
Bye for now.
Bye. Bye-bye.
It takes the strength of a woman doing of a woman.